Regain your financial freedom by grabbing the book 10 Commandments of Black Economic Power, an Amazon bestseller written by none other than Dr. Boyce Watkins. Grab the book now. Also, heating up summer 2023, B1 the movie, starring Dr. Claude Anderson, Madam President, and Riza Islam. Atlanta, Georgia, get ready. The All-Black National Convention is coming your way October 2023. We had the privilege of attending an All-Black National Convention. It was an absolutely life-changing experience. To get a free Dr. Boyce Watkins Black Business School training on how to make money without working, text the word STOCK to 31996.
Welcome to another episode of the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast. I'm your brother, God from Hip Hop News Uncensored, and sitting across from me is my co-host.
What's good, y'all? It's your man Sam Ant, CEO of Viral Hip Hop News, and you're in the building for another edition of the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast. And back for another one, we got our special guest in the building, our man Godfrey on the podcast. What's good with your family?
What up, fellas?
What's up, man?
It's good to have you.
Again, the last one was a half hour. It was quick.
Yeah, man, we had a lot of shit going on, man, between both of us and everybody going on. But we're happy to have you back on, man, so we can go ahead and do this joint right on the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast like we do, man. So I'm going to ask you this, man, because we lost a hip hop pioneer a couple of days ago in Biz Markie, man. And what better person to have on than Godfrey to kind of give us some good conversation on Biz Markie, man. So did you know the brother? And if you did, what are some of your fondest memories? And what do you think about Biz Markie?
Well, Biz Markie wasn't, I didn't know him, but I've been to his parties. I've met him a few times back in the day, early 2000s. You know, he would DJ parties. I would see him, you know, with D-Nice and stuff like that. But he was always real cool, just real chill, big dude, you know, just big old teddy bear and shit. You know what I mean? The one thing I loved about him is that he added some humor to hip hop. You know, I mean, he could rhyme, he could do the beatbox noises, but he always made it fun. Like, it was always fun with him. You know what I mean? Like, one of my favorite songs is The Vapors. You know, I was listening to that in college. She caught The Vapors. That's one of my favorite songs because it was like, back then, he was like, they caught The Vapors. What's The Vapors? You know, The Vapors was like, oh, yo, now you on my dick. You thought I wasn't shit. She caught The Vapors, you know? And that was when I got introduced to Big Daddy Kane. You know, in his rhymes, he talks about Big Daddy Kane. So he was like sort of like one of those griots, just storytelling. And it was like when you heard Biz Markie, you felt good, you felt happy, but you felt he always broke down a little history. You know what I mean? He always broke down a little history, and he just made it was never any tense. It was never tense when you listen to Biz Markie. You know, a lot of times you hear certain rappers, you know, okay, this is going to be about shooting and boom and drug dealing and it's going to be some fighting. But Biz Markie just made everybody feel good. Like, it's party time, but he had rhyme skills. You feel what I'm saying? And everybody loved Biz Markie. Biz Markie was in every group. Biz Markie, everybody knew Biz Markie. You feel me? So that's my fondest memory of Biz Markie was going to his parties that he was DJing. And I also did I remember auditioning for an animation series that he was going to be part of. And I remember I had to listen to his character in order to do my lines. That was another connection to Biz Markie. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. So Biz Markie, rest in peace. And it's a shame because I thought he was going to pull through. Mm-hmm. And we're losing a lot of our hip hop legends. We're losing a lot of our Black folk in the age range, you know, it's like the middle age. Yeah. And that shouldn't happen. You know, this is your second half of your life. We're supposed to finish strong. Feel me?
Absolutely.
And it's like it is a lot of health stuff. And I try my best to get, you know, I try to keep myself in shape. I try to, you know, change, you know, keep my diet at least high percentage healthy. You feel me? You know, because they fucking up all the foods, man. Yeah. Even the healthy shit, they trying to fucking poison everything. Mm-hmm. But I try my best. It's not easy, but the problem is your body remembers how you treat it. You know, your body remembers that shit. And it's funny because your body remembers later. Your body goes, oh, remember when you was doing that?
Yeah.
Well, that's why you feel like that right now. And I try to get all my boys around me to go, yo, I was just talking to Rockwilder yesterday. Rockwilder was on my live yesterday.
Oh.
We all know famous Rockwilder from the famous Method and Redman song, Rockwilder, all the beats he's made. So he got on my live yesterday. I was in Brooklyn, and he goes, Godfrey, I'm about to get my workout equipment on. I'm about to get into the work. I'm going to the gym. I'm changing my shit. I'm on it. You got to hold me accountable. This was yesterday in the afternoon in Brooklyn. And I said, right on, man. Because it's like, even Marky D, I talked to him 2 weeks before he passed, you know?
Yeah.
And we was talking about health and shit like that. And yeah, man. So it was a sad loss, you know. And you know, and then a lot of times when you see certain people, you go, I wonder how their health is. When you see people, you know, I'm always just observing different people. I can't help it. I go, oh man, this person's kind of overweight. I hope they're taking care of themselves because I don't want to see them. You know, even guys around me, I go, man, guys, let's all hold each other accountable and let's work on our health. Because the problem is too, is Black people, a lot of us do. I'm not saying there's a lot of Black people increasing in fitness. That's why I always tell people, go to Instagram and look at all these amazing Black women fitness people, these Black men that are in fitness, you know, get in contact with them. You can do workouts online. You can literally connect to a trainer and they'll send you pay a little money, they'll send you a workout and you can do it on your own. And every week you check in with them. They don't have to be right there with you. You know what I'm saying? You can YouTube workouts, you know, it's always there. But the problem is that it has to be up here, man.
Yeah.
And a lot of times we always feel like we're going to be deprived if we have to change our lives, our health. It's always about deprivation with us. We go, oh, I won't be able to eat it. It's like, listen, you can eat what you used to like, but you don't have to eat the whole fucking bucket, bro. You know what I mean? I like fried chicken. Why don't you buy an air fryer?
Yeah.
Buy an air fryer. How about that? Like air fryers, you don't use oil, you know what I'm saying? There's different ways. You just got to research it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Let me ask you this real quick on just stay with Biz Markie for 1 second. As far as him doing beatboxing and things like that, you being the impersonator and the great impersonator you are the two correlated? Are they one and the same? Or would you consider a beatboxer well-versed, or could they be well-versed also in impersonating and vice versa?
Nah, that doesn't really mean that you can because beatboxing is more the front end, like,
I can do that.
It doesn't mean you can do Obama.
Word, not hear you.
You know, I can't beatbox. You know, you can pretend.
Right.
And you're not going to go, I just want to know that I'm just trying to beatbox. You know, I can do Obama, but it doesn't mean I can beatbox.
I got you.
You feel me? They're two different. It's still voice. Just changing of the voice and using your voice as an instrument, which is amazing. But it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be a good impersonator.
Gotcha.
You know, and vice versa.
Wow.
Now, I was reading a story earlier. Your boy Fat Joe, Biz Markie's wife, came out and said that Fat Joe was checking on him every week, you know, for the past year. Did you know about their relationship at all? That to me is kind
No, I know. You know, Fat Joe's connected to everybody because Fat Joe's been around. People don't realize how long Fat Joe's been around.
Yeah.
And I had Fat Joe's first album when he was nobody. You know what I mean? Fat Joe got to go. Fat, you know that shit. And I'm glad Fat Joe leaned out.
Yeah, he did.
He's Medium Joe now.
Yeah.
Fat Joe ain't fat, really. He's just kind of Medium Joe, which I wanted to be. That's the problem when you name yourself shit, you know, because he's Fat Joe. I go, okay, will he stay fat because he's named himself Fat Joe? But it's nice that he's leaned out. I think that he kind of started watching his health. And I didn't know he was checking on Biz Markie like that, you know, but I wouldn't doubt it because Fat Joe has deep ties to a lot of hip hop. You know what I mean? To these cats. He knows a lot of these cats. He grew up in the Bronx, man. You know, he came up. Fat Joe was on some of KRS-One's albums.
What? I didn't know that.
Oh, you didn't know that? Yeah. Step Into the World album, that one, KRS-One. Fat Joe's in like 2 tracks, man, on some real shit. Oh, yeah, that's how Fat Joe been around a long time, man. People don't realize that shit. Some people caught on to Fat Joe early 2000s. Fat Joe's from the 80s, bro.
Let me ask you this, because, you know, obviously this conversation, culture vulture and all that stuff comes around now heavy. Yeah. And a lot of people associate any non-Black, for example, Hispanic. Now, you talk about a Fat Joe that's been in the game forever, lived in the Bronx amongst everybody.
Yes.
exceed everybody, but even a Fat Joe will get criticism for saying nigga or appropriating Black culture. So people would say, what do you think about that argument?
Well, he's Puerto Rican. He's Puerto Rican, okay? Fat Joe recognizes Puerto Rican. He goes, we Black too, nigga. It's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Fat Joe, Puerto Ricans are African and Spanish and Taino. That is what they are. You understand? So as long as a Latino recognizes their African heritage, it's cool. It's the ones that don't do that. It's the ones that do it when it's only convenient. You feel me? You know, when they try to, or they shame Black people into, you know, because there's some Latinos, and you know this, that are ashamed of their African heritage. Fat Joe probably has uncles that look like me and you.
Yeah.
That are the same complexion as me, you know. But Fat Joe recognized that. I've never heard Fat Joe shit on Black people in public. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shame. I've never heard him do that. You know what I mean? Have you guys?
No.
I've never heard him. So Puerto Ricans are niggas, man. Sorry to say it, but they niggas. Like Cubans, Panamanians. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because in a police lineup, they get us all. Fat Joe get taken down, me, you, all of us. I'm sorry that I have to go by a police report, but sometimes that's when you recognize your race. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, don't wait on a festival to recognize your race. A lot of times people wait on a festival and shit. You know, hey, they blocked the streets off. What? It's my heritage. Oh, I thought you didn't like your heritage. Oh, but white folks are there. Now you want to recognize your heritage. Fuck out of here. Because they got a food booth now, bitch. You should recognize your shit. But Joe recognizes that Puerto Ricans have African heritage. 86% of Latin America is African heritage. You know what I mean? Honduras, all that they're black as hell there. You know, but they just media tries to not show you that. You know, Telemundo ain't gonna show you that shit. Univision ain't gonna show you that shit. You know, so when I travel, and I'm sure when you travel to some of these countries, you go, why all these Black people? God damn, Puerto Rico, all these Black motherfuckers. Come on, man. Roberto Clemente was Puerto Rican.
Black as
you know who Roberto Clemente is?
Absolutely.
Pittsburgh Pirates. Absolutely.
Pittsburgh Pirates. He used to say, "I'm Black and I'm Puerto Rican." Yeah, he looked like me and you. So Fat Joe, historically, is okay to do that. As long as he's not, you know, if he goes, okay, if he's saying the N-word in a rap song, blah, 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 blah. But then outside of that, he's calling Black people niggas, fuck out, you know, that kind of shit in a derogatory, then he's wrong. But I haven't seen Fat Joe do that. I hope I'm explaining this right.
Yeah, you good, bro. You good, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you know there's gonna be somebody in the comments going, "No, man, no, fuck that nigga. You cooning this shit, nigga. No, man, fuck all that, man. How the fuck you gonna say Fat Joe when you supposed to be the Black? Shut the fuck up." You know, there's always one more, man. I thought you knew your shit, nigga, man. Fucking old coony ass nigga, man. Fuck all that, man. Fuck out of here. We're talking historically, and I'm talking about what I've seen in Fat Joe. He's represented Puerto Ricans and Blacks properly. He always has. I've never seen him stray away from that shit. I've never seen him back down from not protecting another brother. You know what I'm saying? Because I look at Latinos as our people. I really do. It's just the ones that shit on Black folks and, you know, shit on the darker skinned ones that I have a problem with. But Black people have colorism too, though. Let's be honest. You know, sometimes Chris Brown will say fucked up shit about dark skinned Black women. Let's be real. We got Black people saying fuck shit about our own folks. You know, it's as much as we want to go, well, Fat Joe, and I go, but we have colorism in our own neighborhoods. What are you talking about? You feel me? So
I think it's that's a result of white supremacy.
Oh, well, we know that, of course.
When you talk about those countries, real quick, like Puerto Rico, I've been there. You will see what I would see is like people in like all the hierarchy positions, but more lighter people,
Of course.
Yeah, and like the darker people kind of cleaning tables, walk. You know what I mean? I did see that in Puerto Rico as well.
Hey, when I was in Russia, the people from Uzbekistan and Turkestan are the little darker. They were the more of the menial job people in Russia.
Wow. Okay.
They were the menial job people. It was the Asian looking motherfuckers with the dark. They were the menial job. It's like it's that European standard of beauty and power that the whiter you get is better. So that's why it's important that we kind of overpopulate the world with brown people so we can get rid of that shit at some point or get in positions of power. But that's why they're trying to stop that shit. Because back in the day, when the Moors were running Spain, you remember the Moors were running Spain, people wanted to be darker because they were in positions of power. So darker was, because it's all about power, man.
Yeah.
It's all about power. Sometimes, and listen, I don't know what people are gonna probably talk shit when I say this, but what the fuck, right? It's like when some people, I'm telling you, when some women date white boys, they just want to be around power, man. It's not like white dudes got more game than us. They don't. It's just they have power position. I mean, come on, let's be real. There's some goofy motherfucking white dudes that be with some fine ass. I go, she just wants to be around power. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's no different than India. It's no, and listen, remember, I'm not saying that every white dude don't have game. I'm saying there's good looking white guys. They get, who got that. But let's be real. You guys have been in the streets and you go, how the fuck he get that?
Yeah,
a lot.
Like yesterday, I was walking past this couple. And it was this black girl who was with this old ugly ass old white man. It was crazy, and she was pretending, trying to enjoy that. I was looking at her like, you ain't enjoying that shit, but she wanted to be around some power. But I'm, and vice versa. When black dudes do it, want to date a white girl because it's just a power thing. It be with some raggedy ass white girl. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Your fade is tight. You got a tight fade and you with that? I can expect you if you didn't have a good lineup, then you'd be with an ugly white girl. That's usually the brothers with shitty lineups. Because they don't know what barber to go to because the wife's like, go to Supercuts. We can do that.
Oh, man.
You'll go to Supercuts. You'll go to Supercuts. You'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? So, but you'd be like, why can't you pick you a top-notch white chick? But sometimes it's just a power thing. Ethnic people want to be around white because it's power. That's all it is. You know what I mean? It's like an ugly rich man with fine women. Mm-hmm. They just want to be around the lifestyle, the power. It's the power thing. It ain't the person in particular. I hope I made some sense. I hope nobody tried to be a retard and fucking fuck up what I just said and go, nah, man, see, you promise, man, you talking that shit. How you gonna say that shit about what? Shut the fuck up.
They're going to say it. It's coming.
It's coming. I know.
That's
why
coming.
I'm doing like Eminem. I'm already dogging myself before I pass the mic to Papa Doc.
It's coming. Let me ask you this, though, because with the last conversation we had, you brought us up on something you said on Instagram, and it kind of highlights what you were just talking about. You took a lot of criticism for it. You were, I believe, at a Subway, and you seen this black and white couple, and you had some things to say about it, and I believe black women kind of went in on you. And then what happened, bro? Kind of elaborate on that.
Well, check it out. You see my hair, right? Shout out to Sharima from Locks of New on 2000 Fulton Street. They do locks and braids and they're dope as hell. It's a all black owned beauty salon. And Sharima, if you ever want to get locks done, go to Sharima. She is a professional loctician, and it's called Locks of New, LOCS of NU, 2000 Fulton Street, Bed-Stuy. So it's so funny you brought that up because I walked past that. The last time when I did that video, I was getting my locks twisted. Mm-hmm. Now I got them retwisted, and I walked past that ad again yesterday. Mm-hmm. All right. Mm-hmm. And so it's in that ad by the Subway. It's the C train on Ralph Avenue. There is a sign, an advertisement with a white man hugged up with a black woman, and it's talking about some kind of insurance. And so I said, my friend, who is a black woman, she holds the camera up, and I say, hey, should I talk about this? She goes, hell yeah, Boom. So I did one take and I go, nah, I don't think they're going to understand that one. So I cut it and did it again. And I said, yo, the first thing I said was, in black ass Bed-Stuy, in this area, which is very black, how they going to show this white man hugged up with this black woman? And I go, what are you trying to say? That the white man's insurance is better than the black man's? You know, I was being funny. You know, there's humor in it too. And I said, what is this? What are you trying to say to black women when they see this ad in this black neighborhood? Where's the presence of the black? The thing was, where's the presence of black dude? Where's the black dude with the white woman in an ad in this black neighborhood? And there's a group of black women that took it like I was saying, we need to promote black men with white women. They twisted the whole thing. Right. My whole message was the subliminal messaging in advertising. They are trying to push this narrative of white man, black woman, white man, black woman, and fuck the black dude. I wasn't trying to push, hey, date white women. No, I wasn't doing that. I was like, and then I brought up Kamala Harris. You know, AOC got a white man. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And she's preaching all this white supremacy thing, but she got a white man. What's the other girl from Minnesota, the Somalian Muslim chick?
Yeah, I forgot. I know who you're talking about.
She got a white husband too, and she was just complaining about white men shitting on her. She got a white man. And then Kamala Harris. So I was like, I'm just saying, you guys are on the soapbox talking about white supremacy, but you guys are laying up with these motherfuckers. That's all I'm saying. You can do whatever you want, but I'm like, but your message seems a little fucking diluted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, wait, what? I love Don Lemon on CNN. I think Don spits that real shit, but I go, but your man.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you're like, hey, we're getting fucked by white supremacy. You literally.
Dang.
I fuck with Don Lemon, but I'm like, what? I mean, you would have what?
You couldn't get a brother.
Yeah, I mean, no, I'm a heterosexual, but I'm like, you can't find a black dude. Even with homosexuality, man, find you a black man.
Damn.
But that's all I'm saying. Like, all these. Listen.
Oh, man.
Listen. And what's funny is, so I had these black girls come at me. I don't want to name the girls. Yeah, I call her buzzard bitches. I don't want to give these buzzard bitches just these specific women, not all black women at all. These specific buzzard ass bitches came at me, coming into my DMs, calling me names like, yo, fuck you, blah, blah, blah. And it was like, yo, we can date. I'm dating my white man. I said, that's cool, bed wench. Do your thing. But why are you bragging about fucking another person from another race? That's slave shit. That's like the house nigga happy that she's sleeping next to the master. That's like if a brother, like what's his name from North Carolina? Remember the coach?
Yeah.
They asked him, hey man, now you're the coach of what's that nigga's name?
Hubert Davis.
Hubert Davis. That sounds coonish. Hey Hubie. Hey Hube. Hey Hube. Hube. Hey Hube. Hey Hubie. We love you, Hube. Love you, Hube. All right, Hube. Woo! Yo, Hube. Yo, check it out. So Hubert David goes, yo, I just want to say I'm proud of my white women. That had nothing to do with the question. You're the basketball coach of North Carolina and you're bringing up you love your white woman. That's some cream of wheat box ass Negro shit.
Yeah.
That motherfucker needs to hold the bowl on the cream of wheat box. Motherfucker, what are you doing? Like, what are you talking? It had nothing to do with, we're talking about basketball. Hey man, we're proud that you're the head coach and you're saying, I'm proud of my white woman. See, that's slave shit, Sambo shit. And when a black woman brags about being with a white dude, that's bedwet shit. That's trauma. It's all traumatic shit. It's trauma. Okay? You mad, Hubert, maybe you women didn't like you or something, but I would think he would have got black. I don't know. Black women did something to you. When people say that type of shit about us, That is trauma, dude. I don't care what anybody says. Listen, like when I was growing up in Chicago, black women would say shit like this to me. Yeah, you're very nice looking to be dark skinned. They would say this shit to me. Okay. Here's another thing. White girls would say I was handsome. There would never be a like to be this. They would just say, oh, you're a really good looking guy. This is when I'm 14 years old. I don't forget shit. Okay. But I never blamed black women. I always liked them. I could easily be one of those guys who go, well, I got a white girl because y'all said I was cute to be dark. But I was educated enough to know this is trauma, man. They say this from colorism. It's slavery shit. It's, you know, my mom and my dad educated me on that. And being Nigerian, the pride was there where I wasn't really tripping on that. But it was a lot of colorism in Chicago, man. That Southern mentality, you know, because your friends are from Mississippi, Kentucky, Alabama, but boom. And they would say shit to you like that. But then I'm Nigerian and my uncles and they're dark, light, they're all, but we're proudful, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I never said anything out my mouth. See, in fact, I actually step up for black women. I actually try my best to give them shine. I try my best. I'm not perfect, but when this group of black women tried to purposely misconstrue what I said, they were coming at me like, yo, I'm gonna be with my white man. I said, go do that. Slave girl, go do that. Go do, but you can't brag about fucking a white dude. That's corny. And some of them were calling me names and they were trying to get me fired, sending notes, sending letters to comedy clubs.
Oh, come on.
That's
and then saying I was a rapist, which is very dangerous. Just lying. I'm not going to mention the girl's name because I don't want to give her that buzzard bitch no shine and her crew. Fuck them. You know what I mean? I don't want to give them any shine on this. None.
Are you going to sue?
What?
Are you going to sue?
Can you do that?
For libel, yeah, or slander. Somebody says something that's not true, yeah.
I should do that. I might do that. I think I'll do that. I'll call like some of the. Actually, it was Pittsburgh Improv, which I was a few weeks ago. That they sent letters that I was violent, rape, and I was like, what? Like, yeah, but nobody believed it.
Word.
But I should do that.
That's crazy. That somebody, and that's the dangerous part of this blessing that we're in with this media game, because anybody with any kind of ulterior motive can go and do something to potentially take away the income out of your family's mouth, out of your mouth. That shit's crazy. They got too much power in that.
Yeah, and they lied on me, and it was like, because you were too stupid to understand what I was saying in the video. And you know how my record is. I do my best to stand up. I'm pretty consistent when it comes to speaking up for us. I'm pretty consistent. Not perfect on stuff because I'm a comedian. Sometimes I'll joke about shit. Might take it too far. I got it. But I'm pretty. And the fact that I've made tons of videos, when I used to be on Vlad, I would talk about black women, and then you take this video and find something and go, oh, you don't like black women. Come on, man. But most black women, though, 99% of them were on my side and said, fuck them buzzard bitches.
Word. You spoke on Nigeria. And that made me think about the Nigerian basketball team beating the U.S. basketball team's ass a couple of weeks ago in the exhibition. And then we talked, your boy Stephen A. Smith took some criticism for how he talked about the Nigerian players. I don't know if you saw that, but speak on that. Talk about the game if you saw or seen the clips, Nigeria versus USA, then talk about Stephen A. Smith.
What did Stephen say about Nigeria? I didn't catch that because I've watched a lot of cooning ass shit from that motherfucker, and I used to fuck with Steve hard.
So do we. And it's hard to say that we still don't.
Stephen A. Smith. I used to be like, that dude is the truth. First take when he was with Skip Bayless. And he's been, what's wrong with this motherfucker, man? He is corny.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed in this guy, man. You know, what did he say about the Nigerians, man?
So apparently, he was talking about being upset about USA's play in USA, but basically disrespected completely the Nigerian players, mispronouncing their names, just completely just shitting on the team and shitting on their accomplishment to go and be mad at the USA for doing this to the world against these Nigerian players. So just blatantly disrespecting Nigeria. A lot of their players took exception to that, saying that you couldn't say anything about anything good about us. You couldn't even pronounce our names and things like that. A lot of people took offense to it.
Yeah, you should take offense to it. You should pronounce the names correctly, because Ancestry.com got a lot of black people getting connected to Nigeria. You can at least show some fucking respect. You know what I mean? They just mad because they got beat. Motherfuckers mad. I got beat by Adaluke Muka Uka. Fuck that nigga. Odawale Uma, man, fuck him. They mad. You know what I'm saying? Because if they would have won, they would have probably pronounced their names right. You know what I'm saying? But I think that it's a matter of just people being mad because basketball is what we've dominated in America, I'm saying.
Right.
In America, and no one, I grew up on the Michael Jordan Olympic team. We were killing people by 1,000 points. So
exactly.
And the fact that it's a little bit, but this just goes to prove what I was saying, that I think basketball is softer nowadays than it was in the 80s and 90s. I'm sorry. I think it's a little bit, you know what I mean? I think basketball is a little weaker. I'm not taking nothing from these great athletes. I just think basketball, when I was watching it, was harder. When it was Jordan and Magic and Bird and when it was, Gary, the Glove, Gary Payton, it was the Pistons. I'm sorry. I just think that they're a little soft now. It's all about offense. There's no D. There's no body in people. I was watching Shaquille O'Neal take down backboards. I was watching Shaq and big men in the middle. I think that might be one of the reasons, because that's how these other teams from overseas are starting to beat us, because we don't have that same that we used to have. Right. That's what I think.
Yeah, our big men shooting threes and shit. Our big men shooting threes now and shit.
Big ass dudes shooting threes. Fuck are you doing? Like, who's not? You should be in the middle, one bounce, fly. We ain't getting that. You can barely touch any of these dudes anymore. No D. No one's getting elbowed. Nothing.
No.
I'm just saying. You know what I mean? So, congratulations to Nigeria, because I'm Nigerian. I'm not gonna shit on the Nigerians, but I think it's an embarrassment if we do get beat in the Olympics in basketball. It's corny. Sorry. Unless those teams are just that good. But I don't think it is. I think it's because the NBA has softened the fuck up. That's how I feel. And this is not putting down any of the athletes. I just think that the rules are pussified now. You can't hand check people. Even Ray Allen was saying you can't hand check cats anymore. You can't do none of that. Yeah. You know what I mean? There are no real personalities in NBA anymore. Nobody, you know what I'm saying? People who make, like Dennis Rodman got in people's heads. He was annoying. We need that back. That's how I feel.
And I do want to note that he did apologize, Stephen A. Smith, as well, in that situation.
Stephen A. Smith apologized because that motherfucker, he's always thinking about his money. He's like this, I want to say, he does this dumb shit with his neck. I'm sorry. I disrespected. Yeah. I'm very sorry that I disrespected. Let me say I have no disrespect for Nigeria. I think that they're beautiful players. I remember back in 1970 something when I used to be a journalist back in Philadelphia. I was, but you gonna tell me that American basketball, you're gonna let these? Come on, man. Fuck out of here, dude. Caroline over here, you talking shit. Shut up. And you know what I mean? You can't be disrespectful. First of all, that's just another example of African Americans and Africans being at war again. Yeah. The disrespect. We're all black folks, man. We're all black folks, dude. Like, I'm a Nigerian that grew up in America. It's like we're all black folks. Why can't we show that unity? The Olympics should show that unity. And you disrespecting, not pronouncing their name, you're just doing what these white motherfuckers is doing. Yeah. Not giving a fuck about us. Stop. What are we doing? That worldwide just shows, oh, look at them. They don't even, Africans and African Americans don't even get along. Wow. And that's our problem. We don't support Africa. Africans don't support us. See what I'm saying? And that's why we're divided just on a fucking basketball game. And they ask you, hey, man, can you pronounce my name right? Fuck your name. Because you think about this, the names that African Americans have aren't their real names. Oh. So you're talking to people that have their real names. They have their connection to Africa. But it should be a thing where Africans go, hey man, we appreciate you pronouncing our names right. We accept you as our people. But you could have made that connection, but no, the dumb shit was happening. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and Stephen A. Smith's just been disappointing me the past, man, he's just been on some fuck shit, man. You know, and if he gets fired, I will laugh my ass off. Yeah. But he makes so much money for the network, and you know, he got the ratings, but I just think how is he going to bed at night just being such a clown nowadays, you know? But to each his own, man.
Exactly. I want to transition a little bit into hip hop. Now we had you on last time and asked you about Lil Nas X, and I posted that on viral, and I got an interesting comment I wanted to talk about, share with you.
Wait, it went viral? What did?
No. No, it didn't go viral, but it did well, but it didn't go viral. But they talked about Lil Nas X, and they made the comment on. No, matter of fact, yesterday we were talking to Dr. Wesley Muhammad. We're talking about Lil Nas X performance with him, and somebody commented and said, we're worried about the gay rapper when a Moneybagg Yo can talk about lean to our youth every 30 minutes on the radio. And I was like, oh, we have Godfrey, and that'll be a good question to ask him. You have, in my opinion, two agendas going on with the hypersexualization in black men in hip hop when it comes to homosexuality and also the drug use, in particular black men. We all have the women conversation, but I want to focus on these two particular topics. Which one, in your opinion, is worse? And what do you think about that comment that we can okay one or get on one, but allow the drug use to continue to be promoted throughout hip hop?
Oh man. Damn. See, first of all, drug use in music is not new. Drug use in music is nothing new. We can go all the way back to Jimi Hendrix and all those cats. Yeah. Everybody was fucked up back in the day. You know what I mean? They were doing heavier drugs back in the day. You know what I mean? I think I feel it's an agenda to destroy our culture. I think it's an agenda to destroy black manhood. And listen, I'm not saying, listen, if you're gay, that's your business. I don't give a fuck, man. You're not going to stop somebody from being gay, dude.
Right.
They have the right to live. They have the right to live their lives. But my problem is when you try to blur the lines and trying to say, hey, you as a heterosexual must like this. You must like this. You have to like, that's when you're blurring the lines. It's not fair. Because I'm starting to call out, I have a new joke where I talk about heterosexual phobia, man.
Word.
There's heterosexual phobia. You know how you have LGBTQ? Well, I'm H, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I grabbed me a letter. I'm H. I'm HA. I'm alpha male, heterosexual. HA. You know what I'm saying? It's like, let us be heterosexual, man. Let us be heterosexual. You can be gay, you can be trans, whatever. Everybody should be able to live in their own lane. But it seems like you're trying to erase our lane. You're trying to interrupt our lane. You're forcing young children to, they just did something. Did you hear about that? There was some butt monkey thing at a children's party.
What?
Yeah, there was this character that was at a children's party. It was like had a dildo, and they fired it. They had to stop the party because it was some butt monkey, rainbow colored butt monkey showing sexual shit to kids, and they had to stop the party. This is what I'm saying. You're forcing this bullshit on children. There's an agenda going on. It's fucked up. Yeah. Kids should be able to live their life and naturally gravitate to whatever they are, period. I don't give a fuck what it is. Mm-hmm. You like men, you like women, or you're heterosexual, that's your natural, that's fine. But forcing it is crazy to me. A child, that's crazy to me. You know, so I think the drug use is just another to keep everybody fucked up, to keep everybody not lucid. It's just another agenda, dude, to ruin us. You know, and black manhood is to me one of the main keys to keep us solid on solid ground. And I mean, Joe Brown talks about it, and black manhood has always been a problem for this country, just in the world. Black men have been a problem, and that's why, you know, you look at these commercials, the black people that are on there are very soft. They're very soft and safe, and you know what I mean? Everything is soft because they're afraid of that. You know, this is nothing new, dude. It's just a different, they just remixed How to Destroy Us. They're just remixing it, man. That's all they're doing. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we need, but it's going to take a lot of brave black men to hold on to our manhood, man. We got to hold on to that shit, you know, because of the mass incarcerations, police brutality. Fuck, man. They're attacking us from all different directions. You know what I mean? Because this is a problem. Heterosexual black men are a problem. Mm-hmm. I mean, to them.
Yeah.
You know, and even the feminism thing. You heard about that? The feminism.
Yeah.
Gloria Steinem was a CIA agent.
Yeah.
And she was training black women to hate black men.
That's
white feminism.
It is, yeah.
You know what I mean? Look at, welfare system. You don't get no money if your black man's in the house. What? So they've tried so much shit against us, man. Black heterosexual, not white heterosexual, man. No. Black ones. Big problem. So hopefully we'll be able to, with all the different organizations that we have, we'll be able to maintain black manhood. And that's not a crime.
Yeah.
I'm heterosexual and I have every right to fucking express myself, every right to have my own motherfucking lane while you all do your thing. We need to have a heterosexual pride parade.
That'd be great. It might get
heterosexual pride parade. I don't know what color flag we're gonna get. We gotta find some our own colors.
You think if a black man went on the internet and said that beautiful female was a snack, it would be received the same way if a homosexual said it, or even if a woman said it about a man? Because you see that snack shit thrown around, and it's cool. But I'm like, if I would have put that on my thing and see a beautiful woman say, "Oh, she's a snack," I think I'd
be in trouble.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we're under siege, man. Because heterosexual men in general have fucked the world for so long. Thousands of years, heterosexual men have treated women like shit, raped and pillaged and took over the world and have done all. And so this is like their comeback. So whatever you do, you can't say a girl is a snack, dude. Nope. Right. You can't say shit. You gotta say, wow, she's a lovely lady. You gotta shut the fuck up and take it. You know what I mean? And what's sad is heterosexual men are the reason why all y'all can be gay and all this, because you need us to be born.
Yep.
I'm just saying, you need us to, impregnate the woman so you can be, you can have the gay babies.
Hell yeah.
Give us some credit at least. Shit.
Indeed.
Did you happen to see Richard Sherman, the NFL player?
Damn.
Something happened to him. What happened to him? I saw something about it.
He was I guess he got into like a little altercation with his wife's father. They put a video out with him banging on the door, trying to get in, saying all this stuff, and he's in a lot of trouble now. He had like 5 felony charges. He pleaded not guilty to those charges, but he's looking like he's in a lot of trouble right now. Was
he beating up on anybody? Because Richard Sherman seems like a very smart dude. He went to Stanford. The dude's smart.
Yeah, I think he said he was drunk, and all you see him doing is banging on the door. His wife even came out and said no one was physically harmed. He didn't put his hands on anybody. It's just we've all been in that situation as men where we, shit gets turned up.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It all on camera. You know what I'm saying? And we seen him turning up on camera, and he was drunk, so it didn't look good.
Who was recording him though?
It might have been like a housing video. Yeah, like a home video kind of deal.
Okay, he was. I mean, it's like your girl's getting on your fucking nerves. Sometimes, say you get in an argument, you open the fucking door.
Yep.
I've been in that shit.
Everybody.
It sucks because he's a whole high profile athlete. And especially with a lot of the abuse that happens in the NFL, with beating of the wives and shit like that, with the CTE shit, they can blame it on that. These football players, man, they be beating up their wives and shit. They be having all this aggression. That CTE might be that brain damage. So it's unfortunate, but he's a high profile athlete. That's why he's in trouble, really. Because Richard Sherman, Richard Sherman is very vocal. He's always been a vocal dude. He talked a lot of shit in the NFL, made a lot of sense in the NFL, right?
That's a fact.
Talking about being a black man and that, right? And then now they're like, we got this motherfucker now.
Yeah.
You have to look at the history. When you look, see, it's like me. As much as I talk, it's like what those girls did. Oh, look at this. You know, everybody wants to take people down, especially if you look at the chronology of what Sherman was like. You remember Sherman used to, remember the Super Bowl? He's like, I shut everybody down. Fuck out of here.
Yep.
He was that guy, the shutdown dude, and talking shit. Always had a cool thing to say in an interview, something. And now we got him. Look at him, drunk, yelling. That's mainly what it is. That he's that guy that they get. Okay, we got this big mouth motherfucker. You know what I mean?
I want to add too that it would they dropped the felony charges and they're going to be misdemeanors. I want to add that in there too. So just give better context to the story too as well.
Well, that's good. At least it's you know what I mean. And I'm sure Richard Sherman will have something to say when he's sober, or I'm sure he'll be in an interview.
Yeah,
and he'll because he's a very vocal dude and he's very smart. He's not an idiot. But they just caught you. They caught you. You was drinking. Mm-hmm. That's why I don't drink, man.
Yeah, I hear you on that. Especially
sober as shit all the time.
Speaking on them catching you, Tekashi 6ix9ine real quick. Oh, God. Looked like he ratted on another set of people. His whole security crew went down because Tekashi. What do you think about this whole ordeal? How is this dude still allowed to even?
I don't know.
Camera and talk shit.
When Tekashi came out, I thought they was gonna fuck his ass up on sight. But this dude, how long has it been out since he's been out of jail? 2 years?
Almost, probably.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I mean, I thought, they about to beat the rainbow colors off this thing. I said they gonna whoop him back into dark hair again. Watch. This motherfucker is still around. He must have the greatest security on the planet. Mm-hmm. He must treat his security so well, or paying him so well, that they don't even you know how you can get somebody on the inside to give you a opening?
Yeah.
He must be paying him well, because I thought he was gonna get his ass whooped. I thought he wasn't gonna ever. Did he come out with an album yet?
He did, but it went wood. And then now, if I'm not mistaken, now his security's in trouble, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I think it's slowly breaking down. Because if his album would have went well, I said, if this motherfucker sells again, because he was so out of the loop.
Yeah.
If he does well, then boom. But I think he's desperate.
Mm-hmm.
He's desperate, and the fact that he's a snitch, I think now that you said his security's in trouble, we might hear of Tekashi getting his ass handed to him, because his security's like, man, fuck that dude. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's not like Tekashi doesn't deserve it. You snitching on people now, snitched on 7 more people. I think it's about to go down. I think we will see the downfall of Mr. 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
Speaking of somebody who snitched, I'm gonna talk about there was a video that came out that showed Jim Jones hanging out with Alpo.
Oh shit.
What's your thought? Tread lightly. Nah.
First of all, Jim Jones fucks with me, so I ain't saying shit.
All right.
Jim Jones. I saw Jim Jones in my gym. He goes, "I fuck with you, dog. I fuck with you." I ain't got shit to say. Jim Jones can do whatever the fuck he wants. Jim Jones ain't no punk. Jim Jones is that dude. Jim Jones will tell you in his rhymes. I fuck with Jim Jones. I always fuck with Jim Jones. He was always cool with me. I ain't got nothing to say about that. And y'all ain't trapping me.
Let me ask you this. I'm about to trap you with this though. Dipset versus the Locks.
That's gonna be good.
Who you got?
Gonna be good.
I'm definitely a Locks fan more than I am a Dipset.
I'm talking about Styles P and fucking yo.
Jake.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good versus. Yo, ready to take him down, D Block. What?
Who you got?
Come on. Jada Kiss?
Let's work.
Oh, and is it Dipset is Cameron?
Cam, Joel's.
Cam, it's gonna be cool, but man, Styles P and Jada.
But hit for hit though. We ain't talking about flow, but hit for hit.
Yeah, that's where it's going, you know what I mean?
Well, I think that Jada, I think hit for hit, Jada, I think got him. But we'll see.
A lot of people would disagree. I would like to say that because I like them more, but them hood hits that's my G.
That's really
I'm a Jada Kiss fan more. And Cameron cool. I like Cameron. Yeah. But I'm a Jada big time. Like Solo with the Locks. I think they're gonna edge it out. I think the Locks are gonna win it.
You heard that here first, Godfrey.
I think the Locks are gonna win it, man. I said it. That's right. They're gonna be knocked out. I'm fast. I'm pretty. I told you. Dipset's no good. I told you we're the greatest. Me and Styles P are so fast. We're so great. We got so more hits. They ain't even gonna see what came to them.
Ali in the building.
But it's gonna be fun. I like them both, so it's gonna be fun. But yeah, Jada and Styles P, man. So just by themselves, whew, nasty.
Word. Shout out to Shea.
Coming out with
and
all.
Shout out to Cameron, man. That shit, love Cam. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna ask you about this, man. I didn't get a chance to ask you the last time I had you on. Charlemagne, what's your thoughts on him? A few weeks ago, probably about a month ago now, this case came back up. You know what I mean? And people started going in on him, calling for him to be fired from the Breakfast Club and all that. What do you think about his old case, if you know anything about it?
With the rape case?
Yeah, what's your thoughts on that?
I think they came out with that because Kwame Brown brought it back up.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think Charlemagne had said something about Kwame's brother. He went to school with Kwame's brother or Kwame's sister in South Carolina.
His dad or something. His dad was like a murderer or something like that.
And he said, "Yo," and Camera and Charlemagne was like, "Yo, you guys, you know, a little list. Yo, you guys gotta be careful, man. I used to go. I went to high school with his sister and his brother. You know, his father was known for murdering. I mean, I'm just saying, I wouldn't mess with him because he's a murderer." I said, "Yo, dude." that's my Charlemagne. Listen, be careful. I don't want to disrespect them, but Kwame Brown's family is known for murders. You know what I'm saying? And we at the Breakfast Club, we're not here to put people down. But I'm like, yo, my man, listen. I think all the case came back out because Kwame Brown said, "You don't know shit about my family, dude. You need to keep your motherfucking mouth shut. For real. You got me fucked up." And I kind of dug what Kwame Brown was doing. I kind of said, "Hey, man, I don't know. Listen, I think Charlemagne, I fuck with Charlemagne. Mm-hmm. I haven't been on the Breakfast Club at all, but I think we know of each other." But I thought when he was saying that, I go, "Oh, shit. I don't know how Kwame's going to take that." Yeah. And then Kwame was like, "I'm going to give you some of this mama's cooking, boy. You fucking with my mama's son. I'm a geechee nigga. See, I'm a different kind of boy. I'm 7 feet, boy. Better watch yourself. Nigga, be careful. What the fuck you talking about? You don't even know me. You don't even know my brother. All that shit you saying, boy. Give you some of that mama's cooking. See, you done fucked up, boy. You know what I'm saying? Especially Becky with the good hair, Matt Barnes' ass, all you motherfuckers talking all that shit. Give you that mama's cooking, boy. Ha, ha, ha. So that's why that came up, because I think Charlemagne kind of put it on himself because he brought that shit up about Kwame's family, and then Kwame just kept digging in, saying, "What about you, Charlemagne? What about your shit? What about your shit?" And his shit was going viral. Yeah. Kwame Brown shit was going viral as fuck. And so they were like, well, let's bring this case back up on Charlemagne, because it was no different than when Hannibal Buress, they were recording Hannibal Buress about the Cosby shit. Yeah. You know, and the Cosby shit, and they were like, well, they brought it back up, and that's when they took advantage of that shit. So that's what happened. I thought that Charlemagne brought it on himself. From what I got from how Kwame reacted, I was like, oh shit. Because at first I thought Charlemagne was trying to I think he wasn't trying to shit on him. He was just trying to explain something like, yo, I went to school with his family, you know, da-da-da. But then he was like, it was the wrong move. Yeah. It was the wrong move. You know?
I think overall it seemed like it quieted back down, and all we want is real justice to be served for real. If he did it,
yeah. Right.
Serve justice. Right. If he didn't, let's serve some justice and let's not play this one-sided. But let me ask you this, because you also brought up Bill Cosby, and we had the Queen Lunell on. We didn't have her on the platform when she said this, but she was stopped by somebody and they asked about Bill Cosby. Should he do another comedy run? And she said, "Nah, you need to sit your ass down before they OJ you again." That's her thoughts. What are your thoughts on Cosby?
I will pay for the ticket.
Oh yeah,
I think I would too.
I want to see that shit because comedy is about tragedy and what happens in your life. Comedy is time plus pain. That's the equation of comedy. I mean, you look at Richard Pryor, who went through hell and high water, was molested, raised by prostitutes. Mom was a hoe, father was a pimp, blah, blah. that's why he became a great comedian. It was all the trials and tribulations that he went through. I want Cosby, ex-convict, to do a motherfucking tour called It Wasn't Me. And have Shaggy open up for him. I want to see Cosby sit down and go, "What's up, everybody? I'm back. I'm going to kill the bitches that got me in jail. Now, did you see? I want to see this motherfucker come out with the music. Come out. He in his orange jumpsuit. And he do this shit. I'm back, bitches. You thought I was dead. I'm back, and now I'm talking about shit. I'm going to talk about you, bitches, and how the fuck you got me saying that I raped your ass. I want that motherfucker to snap. I want to watch it because I just want to see what the fuck would he have to say. Because, you know, I perform at the Comedy Cellar down in the West Village, and he tried to, about a week ago, tried to get some shows down there, and they rejected him.
Yeah.
Bill Cosby, who
it.
used to perform in the West Village in the 60s. You know, he did one of his first albums on Bleecker Street in the West Village. They said no because they didn't want that heat, you know. And a lot of white women go to the comedy, and you know, white women don't play that shit.
Nope.
They'll be like, "How could you? I'm not coming back ever. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? He's a racist. How dare you? How could you? I can't believe this is. Oh my God, it's an atrocity."
So that being said, where, because you've been around the world and been to comedy places in America, where do you see him realistically being able to go and do something like that?
He probably will go somewhere in America because it's going to be a hot ticket.
Yeah.
It's going to be a hot ass ticket. I would just like to see it because I'm a comedian. I want to know what material is this motherfucker writing? You know, I mean, what is he writing?
Can he do it without cursing? Because how funny would it be if he cursed? I mean, I know Bill Cosby notorious for not cursing, but how funny?
But I worked for Cosby. You know, I was one of my first jobs working for Cosby. I was an audience coordinator, and he cursed here and there, but it was a different kind of curse. He'd be like, "Motherfucker," you know. You see, the motherfucker and the bitch came and the motherfucker. You know, it was a Cosby curse. It's not like motherfucker. It was like motherfucker. You see, motherfucker, hey, put the shit down and kiss my ass, motherfucker. You know, motherfucker. You know, it wasn't.
Y'all thought about doing Cameo before? You know what Cameo is?
I do Cameo. I've been doing Cameo for a year.
All right, cool. You'll be great with that.
What's Cameo? What's that?
It's like shout outs. It's shout outs by celebrities, and they got sports people. I mean, they got Mayweather on there. They got all kinds of actors, sports people, public figures on that, and they send birthday shout outs, anniversary shout outs. It's and they pay money. You can have a quote.
That's dope.
And they pay money. If you guys got a fan base, if you want that, I can have a representative call you. If you guys want to do that.
Cool.
You know, you make a price, and that's it. And then you just go, "Hey, happy birthday to," you know, they have you record thing, and you make money every time you give a shout out to people if they order your shit. You know, that's all it is.
Dope.
So side money.
Yeah.
Side money, Shan.
Hell no.
So you was in Pittsburgh, you know, tell us about that. Cause I was there for one night. It was pretty dope, a nice city. Tell us about that and tell us about you know, any new gigs you got coming up.
Well, Pittsburgh Improv, which is a great place. I mean, I do Pittsburgh Improv once a year, and Pittsburgh is kind of sort of a miserable city. I'm gonna keep it 100. Beautiful views though. The views are beautiful, man. But I'm just saying, but it's really, really racist. I mean, they racist to the
really.
I'm so tired. But every city's racist where we're at.
Right.
So it's not like when they say, "Yo, it's mad racist." That racism is everywhere. So, but it's really racist. But the history, you know, that's why the Steelers, because Andrew Carnegie was he was a steel maker. He was a multi-million-dollar steel maker. That's why they're called the Steelers, because the steeling industry was in Pittsburgh. That's where Andrew Carnegie was. You understand? And so it was a steel mill town. It was all steel mills and the whole nine. And it's just a real blue collar town. You know, you have who's from Pittsburgh? August Wilson.
Mm.
Do you know who August Wilson is?
No, sir.
No, I don't.
You guys need to get on your African American history, goddammit. August Wilson is a black playwright who passed away some years ago. He's only 60, but he did okay. You know Denzel Washington in Fences?
Yes, sir.
That's August Wilson.
Okay.
That's August Wilson. Those are plays like him and Viola Davis. August Wilson, 2 Trains Running. Lawrence Fishburne was in that. 2 Trains Running, Jitney. All of those amazing plays are August Wilson, who's from Pittsburgh. They have a museum. He has his house still there where they do plays in the summertime in his backyard. Okay. Denzel comes and visits it. August Wilson, look him up. You need to know that. And also Andy Warhol is from Pittsburgh. Do you know who Andy Warhol is?
Heard of him.
Definitely heard him do the paint.
He's an artist. He's an artist, a white dude who is a famous artist known for pop art. You know Fab Five Freddy?
Yep.
Fab Five Freddy hung out with Andy Warhol in the 80s.
Okay.
And you know who Jean Basquiat is?
Yes.
Jean-Michel Basquiat?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Andy Warhol discovered Jean Basquiat in New York.
Okay.
Damn.
You need to know that.
Yeah.
Jay-Z always saying their names a lot in the songs.
Yeah, Z. Yeah. Don't wait on Jay-Z to give you information, man. this motherfucker wait for albums, man. I'm gonna listen to Jay-Z.
All right.
Maybe I can get some info, you know what I'm saying? Some info from Jay-Z album. I'm gonna check, see if I can learn. Yo, what's up? It's August Wilson. Oh shit. Oh, August Wilson. Okay. Yeah, I'll wait on Jay-Z. I ain't gonna Google nothing or read nothing. I'ma wait on Jay-Z to get.
Hell yeah, man. We definitely.
My man said, yeah, Jay-Z, he mentioned that shit.
He definitely do Basquiat a lot.
And
Basquiat, right? Jean-Michel Basquiat is, you see those little drawings that look like little kids drew shit. They get crowned. That's Jean-Michel Basquiat, okay? And that's, boom. If you see the movie, Jeffrey Wright played him, Jean-Michel Basquiat, with Benicio del Toro back in the day. You can watch that movie. But that Fab Five Freddy hung around him and introduced him to Andy Warhol, who gave Jean-Michel his prominence in the art world. And unfortunately, Michel overdosed with the heroin shit and stuff. But you should know this stuff.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Well, you guys are smart dudes. You ain't no dummies. So,
No, we know a lot of history, but we always appreciate when we get some new history. And August.
Oh no, and then if you guys know shit, tell me too. I don't know everything. Shit. I don't know everything.
We definitely appreciate it. You the one first told me that there was brothers and sisters in Nebraska, and then I did some research. Malcolm X from Nebraska.
And Malcolm X is from Nebraska. Yeah. Gabrielle Union's from Nebraska.
I seen you on the Yada podcast. Shout out to you, Lord Jamar.
Lord Jamar and Rod Digger. Shout out to the Yada podcast. You guys should subscribe to that. And my podcast, in Godfrey We Trust, which is on the Gas Digital Network. I do my live tonight. Gas Digital Network. You can subscribe with promo code Godfrey. And also you subscribe on YouTube. Go to Godfrey Comedy to subscribe to some of the to the podcast channel. And and Godfrey We Trust. We've been doing it for like two plus years. And it's dope. It's Tuesdays and Fridays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. And check me out on the new Wildin' Out season of Wildin' Out. 15 episodes, August 10th.
Go.
With Nick Cannon, August 10th, Wildin' Out. Also the Michael Chase Show on HBO Max. Also Southside, which is a huge comedy on HBO Max. Also Southside. And also, I'm about to shoot some stuff with Snoop Dogg next week, a sketch show thing with Snoop. And what else? And I'll be at when is this showing?
The audio version will be up in the next week. Say that.
In the next week, not this weekend, no, or no?
Unless you need us to. You want us to drop it this weekend?
Man, fuck it. I'm gonna be at the Hartford Funny Bone in Connecticut. Hartford Funny Bone, July 23rd to the 25th, and then I'm in Denver Improv July 30th to August 1st. All right, July 30th, August 1st, Denver Improv. Then I'm in Ontario, California Improv. All right, that's August 13th to the 15th. Then it's Cobb's Comedy Club in San Francisco, August 19th to the 21st.
Work.
Huntsville, Alabama. Yeehaw! Huntsville, Alabama, stand-up live in Huntsville, Alabama, August 26th to the 29th. How about that? I'm just trying to say, because I might not come back on your show in a while, so I want to throw all my shit in.
We gotta get
because I'm a fucking detention whore.
We gotta get you to come out to AC, man, Atlantic City.
Yeah.
Where? Atlantic City?
Yeah.
Is that where you guys are at?
Right outside of it.
Yep.
Okay, Atlantic City's creepy. Up here, I do shows every once in a while in Atlantic City. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird.
You ain't never walked the block, walked the streets, or nothing.
Oh man, this shit be mad creepy. I'm like, what the fuck? Be mad gangsters over there. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm just trying to gamble. This motherfucker like, hey, my man. I'm like, whoa.
AC's definitely different. We definitely appreciate.
Run that, nigga, run that.
What casinos you go to out here?
I went to. You remember Revel?
Yep.
Yeah.
What is it now?
That shut down. I was doing shows at Revel, and then I did another. What's the other big one? Damn, we were just. What? Which one?
Bugatti.
We was there before the pandemic. I did some shit over there. I was with Tiffany Haddish.
Oh, okay. Word.
Oh.
I did her live. I hosted her live tour. The They Ready first season. I hosted that. And we did Atlantic City.
So anytime you come back out here, we got to get you in studio, man. Definitely.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah, that would be dope. That would be very, very dope. Yeah, man. So yeah, you guys, everything. This was fun. This was fun again.
Yep. Appreciate you, brother.
No doubt. I don't. Am I advertising anything else? Nah, I ain't advertising shit else.
Anytime you got something to advertise, holler at your boys, man. We have you on, man.
Yes,
Godfrey on the Hip Hop Uncensored Podcast. Salute.
Yes.
All right, brother.
Salute.
Peace.
All right.
Appreciate you.